Until recently, oil was much more than a fuel. Invasions were planned and wars were fought over oil. Now it is losing its sheen as a liquid gold. It is losing its value as a bargaining chip in geopolitics. The pandemic is leading to the closure of oil rigs. It is breaking oil giants. As the world moves towards clean energy, or tries to, oil majors still have a chance to lead the change. As for oil, it may soon remain in the depths of the earth, unwanted in this world of ours.
Most oil rigs around the world are temporarily idle. This temporary situation could soon turn into a permanent one. Oil consumption has dropped. The line at fuel pumps runs thin as travel restrictions remain in place. Oil is no longer the liquid gold. An existential question hangs over oil rigs. Oil, once precious, is slowly going out of use. Global demand fell 30% during the pandemic. Oil prices touched historic lows in April. For the first time ever, US oil prices slipped into the negative. There was panic in major oil-producing countries. The reality flashed before their eyes. If oil prices fell any further, they would go out of business. So the oil bloc got together and cut production to keep up the prices. The move worked, but it left a big hole in the income statement. Without sufficient revenue, it is becoming expensive to stay in business. In the last quarter, Saudi Aramco profit plunged over 70%. Royal Dutch Shell, profit down by 80%. BP's efforts to stay over the red line are failing. The British oil firm has reported a loss of $17 billion. ExxonMobil, too, has turned into a loss-making entity. A depressed stock market is making fundraising difficult. Also, who would invest in oil stocks right now? So, these companies are saving money, laying off staff and cutting budgets. At least 1 million oil and gas employees are out of work. Many distressed oil firms are shutting down rigs and refineries. In recent weeks, caps have been put on at least 8 rigs in America alone. Oil refineries are permanently closing processing plants in Asia and North America. High-cost refineries in Europe could be the next in line. Plants in Australia and New Zealand face the same. That leaves us with the Gulf oil-producing countries. According to the IMF, their fate is sealed too. Their financial wealth will be depleted in the next 15 years if non-oil revenues don't make up for the losses. So, what's the road ahead? Here's a case study. Marathon Petroleum is America's largest refiner by volume. It is planning to halt some operations in California and New Mexico. Use the larger plant as an oil storage facility, and in the future produce renewable diesel from industrial waste and cooking oil. Even before the pandemic, 6 oil majors, BP, Shell, Chevron, Total, Eni and Exxon, were pumping billions into clean energy. But that was just 1% of their combined wealth. BP, one of the earliest oil explorers, says the pandemic has changed the industry dynamics. It has quickened the shift away from fossil fuels. What happens next is anybody's guess. The oil industry will soon run out of fuel. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.